Miss Green, are we on our last, 8th grade unit?
I think so.
I mean, financial literacy, that's the end.
This is it. We are done.
Well, we're not, because then we hit all the 7th grade teaks that they've missed.
No, I mean, this
Done
is it
with
for STAR.
Yeah, this is it for STAR.
This is it for STAR.
Wow. And STAR's in
3 weeks.
2 weeks for them at this point. Well, I mean, yeah.
By the time they watch this
By the
video.
time they watch it. Wow, crazy. Okay, we're doing financial literacy. Our learning target today is we will solve problems involving interest by using the formula for simple and compound interest. What is interest?
It's like when you like a boy and
Not
you're interested
that
in him.
kind of interest. I know that's what you guys are all thinking. But it's not that kind of interest. It's not the, oh, I'm so interested in you, you're cute. No, it's the amount of money you're going to earn.
Or pay.
Or pay. Yeah.
It's extra money is basically what it is.
Stupid interest on my house kills me every
For
time.
real.
Oh, guys, this is real life stuff. To be honest, we deal with interest rates and interest on a daily basis as an adult.
So why do we need to learn this while they're in 7th, technically 8th grade? Well,
What about college?
Well, I was going to say a lot of the times parents want to get them a car at the age of 16.
And it's got an interest rate on
It's got
it.
an interest rate on there. And so you're going to have to know that that car that you think is going to cost you $3,000 is going to cost you a lot
Yeah.
more
And
because of the interest that you have to pay on it.
Also, what about them thinking about saving for college and wanting
Yeah,
to
you
look
wanna-
into a bank account
With a high interest
with
rate.
a high interest rate? So these
That's when you want a high interest rate.
Yes.
On
That's
the
when you
savings
want
account.
the high interest rate because it'll give you the money.
Yeah.
So interest is the money you pay to borrow money or use credit. So interest can be given to you. It can be paid. Most times you hear interest, you're going to be paying interest. It's not fun.
It's called real life.
It's called real life. Simple interest, the formula is I equals P R T. This is on your formula sheet. Compound interest is A equals P times 1 plus R to the T.
There we go.
So P stands for principal, the original amount deposited, not Mr. Knowles. R stands for interest rate, expressed as a decimal. This is super important. It's expressed as a decimal. Most of the time you're going to see it as a percent, and you have to know how to change a percent to a decimal. And I'm sorry, no, your calculator will not do it for you. T equals time in years. And then A on this whole compound interest is the amount in the account. That is super important to know that it's the amount in the account, not the interest.
Did I distract you? I'm sorry.
Yes, Miss Green distracted me by showing something that was messed up. That's okay. She's going to fix it, and it's going to be all great. So let's talk about a few problems. Lily makes regular deposits to a savings account to save money for retirement. She deposits $1,000 each year, and her account earns interest compounded annually at the rate of 4%. How much interest does Lily earn after the 4 years? Well, let's think about this. What kind of interest is Lily earning? What do you think? Can
Simple.
anyone... Well, does it say simple on it?
Well, no, but it's not going to be compounded, is it? Oh, there it is.
You got to be careful in these because if it says compounded, that means it's compound interest. If it says simple, it's simple. So what was the formula for compound interest?
I don't know. It's over here somewhere.
A equals P times 1 plus R to the T.
To the T.
So what was my principal? Again, not Mr. Knowles.
Deposits $1,000.
Okay, so she deposits $1,000. Then the 1 stays 1. What's the rate expressed as a decimal?
Where's the rate? Oh, there it is.
Rate of
So I'm not going to write 4 because it's 4%, so it's 0.04.
0.04. Remember, when you are doing percents to a decimal, you just move your decimal 2 places. And then how much time?
2 years. No, wait, that's a question mark.
Yeah.
First year for 1 year.
So to the 1. Now, all I have to do is plug this into my calculator. Do you have your handy-dandy calculator, Miss Green? Oh, yay. And be thankful that you have a calculator because 7th grade doesn't, and they do this. So be thankful you have yours. 1,000 times 1 plus 0.04, little caret button, to the first power. Okay, so it gives me 1,040. Miss Green, am I done?
Nope.
Why not?
Because I don't remember. Let me see.
Because it's asking How much interest? What did the A stand for?
That's how much money is in the account.
So after that first year, she has $1,040 in the
But
account.
she deposited 1,000, so 1,000 was already hers. So how much money did she actually make?
$40.
$40.
So her interest was $40.
Right.
You have to be careful on compound interest because it's going to give you the amount in the account, and half the time they want to know the interest. And on a multiple choice question, they're going to put both answers.
Yep.
Okay. Coach Groves got tired of writing, so I printed this one out. Tamara invested $15,000 in an account that pays 4% annual simple interest. Tamara will not make any additional deposits or withdrawals. How much interest will Tamara earn on her investment at the end of 3 years? Well, what kind of interest are we dealing with?
I don't think, does it say compound on there?
No, but it does say
Simple. There it is.
So we're doing simple interest. Simple interest is I equals PRT.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to remember all of these formulas.
They're on the formula chart.
Man.
It's all good. What did I stand for?
Interest.
It's the amount of interest. So on this one, we're actually given the amount of interest.
Right.
What does the P stand for?
Principal.
What
Not
was my
Mr.
principal?
Not Mr. Knowles.
No, not Mr. Knowles.
The principal is that 15,000, it looks like.
15,000. What's my rate?
4%.
So I put 4.
No.
Expressed as a decimal.
So 0.04.
0.04. And how much time?
It looks like 3 years.
3 years. Okay. Plug it into my handy dandy calculator. 15,000 times 0.04 times 3. 18,000. That's how much interest, or sorry, 1,800. So $1,800.
18,000?
I know, right?
Goodness.
Interest, you have to think about it in this way. Is that number smaller than this number? Well, yeah, it's a lot smaller.
Yeah.
Because it's only 0.4% of that for 3 years.
4%.
I'm sorry, that's what I meant.
4%.
4%. So it's going to get smaller. If you get a really big number, you've made a mistake. Okay. Oh, this one's a little tricky. And a lot of writing. Trust me, I wrote it too. Deal with it. Gina deposited $150 at the start of each year into a college savings account that pays 4% simple interest at the end of each year. She does not deposit the interest she earns each year. How much total interest will Gina earn on all her deposits through the end of the 5th year?
Oh, that's a lot of words.
That is a lot of words, and there's a lot of information.
Yes.
We know that we are dealing with simple interest because it says simple. However, we also know she deposits $150 each year. So let's create a table.
Okay.
Year 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, because we want to know at the end of the 5th year, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, I promise there's a 5 on there. So at the start, I'm trying to make this all. You can kind of see it all. At the start of the first year, how much did she deposit?
150.
Okay, so she deposited $150. Well, how much interest is she going to earn on that $150?
Well, let's find out.
Let's plug it into the formula. Principal, 150, times, what was my rate?
4%. Oh my gosh,
Why
what
did
is
I
it?
hold 4% today? I'm sorry,
I think
guys.
because it's more realistic.
I think so. And what's the time on that?
1 year.
So times 1. So she earns $6 in that first year on interest.
Okay.
So this is 6. So this was principal. This is interest. Oh, I spelled that wrong.
It's okay.
And this is years. Well, now at the start of the second year, how much money is going to be in her account? She's not adding the interest. However, start of each year, what does she do?
She deposits $150.
So how much is in her account?
In year 2,
Uh-huh.
there should be $306.
But she didn't add the interest.
She didn't have the interest, so it's $300.
$300.
I'm confused now.
Because she does not deposit the interest.
She takes it out or what?
I'm thinking she goes and buys some, like, candy or some Takis or something with her interest. You know, she wanted to use it on whatever she wanted.
Okay, so I'm glad you underlined that because it
Yeah.
says right there. Okay.
Does not deposit the interest. So she has $300 in her account.
Okay.
So now we've got to do this again. Simple interest.
So $300
$300
times 0.04
times 1.
Times, wouldn't it be times, yeah. Times,
Because we're looking
at another 1 year.
at another year, just this next year. So she gets $12 that year in interest. She can go buy something bigger that year.
Whataburger.
She can go buy Whataburger that year.
I love Whataburger.
Me too. Man, now I want Whataburger. So how about at the start of year 3? How much money does she have in her account?
$450.
$450. Same thing. We're just going to change. Whoops, that's the wrong one. We're just going to change the 300 to 450. She's earning $18 in interest that year.
I see a pattern.
I'm seeing a pattern too. So how about year 4? How much is she going to have in her account?
$24. Oh wait, sorry, I'm thinking of the interest already.
Right.
$600.
$600. Miss Green's theory is she's going to have $24 interest this year. Let's check it out. So we have $600, 0.4%, or sorry, 4% 1 year, $24. Miss Green's correct. What was your pattern you noticed, Miss Green?
It's being multiplied by 6.
It is being multiplied by 6. How much is she going to have in her account at the start of year 5?
$750.
$750. Okay, same thing. $750. She's earning $30 interest that year. Well, now the question is, how much total interest will she earn? So we just have to add up all these numbers?
Through the end of the 5th year, yeah.
Okay.
That's all the interest.
So 6 plus 12 plus 18 plus 24 plus 30. She earns $90 interest.
Here you go.
She has $90 worth of Takis.
And you guys might be thinking, man, that's really not a lot of money to make $90 over 5 years. Oh my gosh.
But she
but
didn't.
she only put $150
Yeah.
in. So imagine if she had put in $1,000 or something.
Oh gosh, that would be amazing.
I know, but good luck trying to find one that pays 4%.
I know. Oh, well,
hard to
they'll
find.
charge you like 23%.
Oh, of course.
Credit cards charge you like 23% interest. Fair warning.
Careful.
Pay your credit cards every time. Okay, so Andrea invested $1,000 into a savings account. Hey, there's your $1,000.
There we
After
go.
4 years, the account had earned a total of $112 simple interest without any additional deposits. What was the interest rate? Oh no, Ms. Green, they didn't give me an interest rate. They want me to find it.
Oh, so many equations, though.
I know, and it's a simple equation. I equals PRT. Our interest was 112. Our principal was 1,000. We're looking for the rate. And how much time?
I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I don't see it. Where is it?
4
There
years.
it is. 4 years. Just in case y'all are wondering, I'm totally doing everything upside down.
She is. That's why she's having a
That's why
harder
I have a
time.
hard time reading it and trying to find our numbers and stuff.
So 112 equals 4,000 times R. All I did was multiply. 4 times R. I combined my like terms. So 112 divided by 4,000, because we're going here, divide by 4,000, divide by 4,000. So my rate equals 0.028. What is that in a percentage?
It's about 3%, so.
So
2.8%.
2.8%? So she earned 2.8% interest.
There we go.
This is pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
I think we have one more. Yeah. Suppose you have 2 savings accounts, both with a principal of $100 and an interest rate of 5%. But one earns simple interest and one earns compound interest. Which account will earn more interest after 10 years?
I love these problems.
Me too.
Okay, so we're going to have to do 2 different problems.
Yes.
One with simple,
That's supposed to be a P.
and then the other one with compound.
So A equals P times 1 plus R to the T.
Just remember, interest, that's interest. This is going to give you the
Amount.
total amount. So we're going to have to do one more step at the very end of this, and
Yeah.
we'll show you in a second.
So on this one, plug it in. What's the principal? $100. What's the rate?
5%, so,
So
0.05,
And what's the time?
10.
10 years. Okay, so should we finish solving that one?
Yeah.
100 times 0.05 times 10 is $50.
Okay.
So interest equals $50. Remember, it's only $100 being,
Right.
so that makes sense. Now, A equals P, I'm sorry, what was my principal?
100,
100 times 1 plus, what's my rate?
0.05,
0.05 to the T, which is 10. So we've got 100 times 1, whoops, 100 times 1 plus 0.05, let's not hit the enter button, to the 10th. That's going to equal A equals 162.89.
That's a huge difference.
That is a huge difference. But remember, amount in the
That's
account.
right,
I
that's
have
right.
to subtract the
I need to
100.
subtract my original deposit, which was $100. So therefore, it's $62.89. Which then it's still more over here
So this one earned more by how much?
by $12.89.
That's it.
Yep.
That's my answer. We are done, guys.
What was the
is it.
question? I just want to see which account will
Earn more.
Oh,
So-
that's it. So that's it.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
very
why I didn't
cool.
write it down. That'd be the answer.
Awesome.
Awesome. We're out of here. Enjoy. I hope you earn some interest one day and not pay it.
There you go.